Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the 50s Chicks podcast. I am Anna Lee.
And I am Patricia.
And we hope that you're having a good week, that you're taking care of yourself,
Yes.
and putting that phone down as much as you possibly can.
Yes.
To
Put it
preserve
down.
your sanity.
Yes, and you want to stay hydrated.
Yes.
We are about hydration.
Yes, do not go into a date thirsty. That is a
No
very
thirsty
bad thing to
girls.
do.
We don't. We keep our Gatorade game on. We're not going to be thirsty. Hydration.
Yes. And today we are going to talk about online dating.
Yes.
And particularly about how to handle rejection.
Rejection.
Because rejection's going to happen. We've talked about it before. We've had Reddit stories that talked about rejection and how
Yes.
people are really having a hard time dealing with it and kind of internalizing it more than we really should, because you know, one person not liking you is not, it's not on you. That is not you. That is that person not having that connection with you.
Right.
It doesn't make you bad or, you know, or not wanted or anything like that. It's just that one person, you know, that you didn't have a connection with. And it can happen a lot of times when you're...
10 people.
Yes, absolutely, when online dating. But, you know, like you often say, you just need one person. You need to find that one person in that haystack of online dating.
And I wish we had another word other than rejection.
Yes.
I hate even saying reject. Like
It
saying
sounds
someone was
horrible.
rejected and rejection.
It sounds awful.
Yeah, I'm going to think of another word to use, something more apropos. Because I don't like the word rejection. But anyway, so, well, we
I
got
would say just to not be, that you're not compatible. It's not, but I guess that...
I mean, that is good. You're not compatible.
Incompatible.
That is
incompatible.
because there's no ownership there. It's just no compatibility.
You're just incompatible.
Yeah, and that happens.
Yep.
And but that is, Annalie's right. That is one of the things that keeps us in that place, in that mind thing.
And you're gonna have that one bad week when every single meetup you have is gonna be where you're not compatible. It happens. It's happened to us. It's
everyone.
Just
no one gets away from it. And because everyone isn't everybody's cup of tea.
That's right. And today we're gonna talk about 5 ways, in no particular order, 5 ways to handle
rejection.
this incompatibility.
Yes. Incompatibility.
So what do we have for number 1?
Well, first keeping it in perspective.
Okay.
Like, you know, like kind of like what we were saying. If someone sent you that message after the meetup, you know, whatever, it was nice meeting you. I don't feel we have a connection. You know, keeping it in perspective. Okay, it's not, you know, this. We weren't in a 10-year relationship. Just met them. Everyone is not going to be my cup of tea.
Yeah. I think one of the hardest things about getting those right after the date rejection, or I mean incompatibility messages that we get, is that you sometimes feel that you had the connection. That's where I'm
when it
at.
stings.
That's because if I also feel the not compatible, I have no problem getting that text. But when it's when I feel come off of it and I'm in my car, I'm driving,
you're like, I'm thinking about seeing him again.
And then you get that text and it's like,
Oh, okay, I misread that.
That's the worst.
But yes, when you like the person, for sure.
But like you said, putting it into that perspective,
like
you didn't have a relationship. It was one meetup.
I just met him. You know, it's not like we made any.
Actually, this is one of the reasons why I promote the in and out meetup. The coffee date, the in and out, instead of having a whole long dinner or this and that for the very first meetup, because then it takes away that sting even more, because it's so, quick.
Yeah. But so, keeping perspective is keeping your mind right. Keeping your mind right, so that the negative emotions don't creep in. And you just, and again, do that, what do you call it? Think about, how you can use that experience to help you in future experiences. And think of the things, maybe, maybe I could have done this, maybe, I mean, you don't obsess over it, but just, you want to do your best. Okay.
2, practice self-care. I love this. Practice self-care. Take care of yourself.
Yes, that's what we say.
Take a bubble bath. Take a mindful moment, like you say, in the car.
Sitting in the car for a minute. Utilizing that time in the car, driving to and especially if you are commuting. That is such a good time to listen to a podcast like the 50s Chicks, or some music, motivational, inspirational, those things. You don't have to, self-care isn't about doing these outlandish things, although you can, but it's just about you devoting some time to yourself, being compassionate to yourself, giving yourself a break.
Do what you like to do.
Yes. And doing affirmations also. Self-talk, the gratitude. Like I said, I'm really getting into the mindset of gratitude.
You would like the yoga classes I'm taking, because they're all about gratitude. They actually talk about that a lot.
Yes, because that's effective. It's an effective
they do
tool.
Talk about that a lot.
Yes, it does.
And mindfulness and that kind of thing.
It takes away that negative emotion. It dissipates, or diffuses that negative emotion. Yeah, so definitely the self-care is where it's at. If you're not doing self-care, you're going to run yourself ragged, and you're going to have some kind of emotional upheaval and breakdown and all kinds of things.
Yes. Lately we've seen a lot of, even in the Reddits that I've read, it has been a lot about people giving up on the online dating, which I also think is unfortunate, because, people do find their one person.
Online.
And unfortunately, when you have a lot of bad experiences, you might give up right before you find that one person. So
exactly.
So hang in there also.
But in order to hang in there, though, you have to have your mind right. But and giving up or taking a break is a good thing.
Oh yes, taking a break is
a part of self-care.
Good thing. Yes.
Yeah, that's a part of self-care. Getting away from it for a while, and then you can go back to it fresh. Fresh.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what's the next one?
3.
What is it?
Is staying positive.
Yes, stay positive. And I know that's an easy thing to say, stay positive.
Yeah.
But how you do that is like the things we were saying, doing all those things.
It's not you. It isn't.
Perspective, all those things, the self-care is how you're going to rid your mind of those negative emotions, and you're going to allow for the positive. Think positive. Okay, this didn't work out. You know what? There's always tomorrow. I know that sounds Pollyanna and whatever, but it's the truth. This didn't work out. Okay, that wasn't meant for me.
Yeah.
Something else is on the horizon.
Yeah.
And however many times it takes for you to have to do that, you do it. I said, I'm going to start counting. I say, 100 times. I'm going to stop it.
I didn't even notice. I don't
it
notice it.
because you don't watch the playback. It made me cringe every time I said it, and I'm sure they're tired of hearing it too. But so now I'm looking for another 4. What is 4?
4 is seeking support from friends.
Yes.
And family.
Yes, indeed. Yes. That is very important. Being able to talk it out.
Yes.
Vent it out.
Yes.
Whatever you have to do, laugh about it.
Even after, like, every time you get, you're driving away from that date, when
call
you
them up.
say that when you've seen that text, you have to have someone to go like, oh my God, this happened.
Yes.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yes. Huge. Call them up, talk about it. I said, okay, I'm gonna stop saying it out loud.
No.
Talk about it, talk it out. We did that, and I don't know if my experience would have been way worse.
Yes,
if we weren't able to.
What if you couldn't talk to someone after you had that meetup with a felon? I mean, I'm talking about me.
Right.
Oh, that's such cringy moments that were made to where I could laugh about it instead with someone. That's a much more positive experience.
Definitely. You gotta seek support.
Yep.
You have to. And support can be a Facebook group like the 50s Chicks.
Yep.
Or it could be or some other group type situation. There's so many groups, online that you can be a part of. You don't have to be a person. It could be, somebody online that you are, and especially the groups, because you get all these people giving
with
you
different
support.
perspectives, even Reddits.
Oh, yes.
And you can definitely go to my Reddit thread, which is Women Over 50 Dating, where we're talking about just these kind of things.
Yes, that is support. And they're very supportive. And that's what you need. You need that cheerleading squad when you're down. And that's how you stay positive, is having that. And the moments when you're down, you need to be lifted.
Yeah.
And are we on number 5?
5.
Cinco. Learn from the experience.
Yes.
Learn from the experience.
Like you just learned, although you already knew it, but you learned to definitely look through somebody's profile all the way.
I learned my lesson. Yes.
Because that's going to save you some time
and some
and
aggravation.
energy. Yep.
Although I was grateful with that whole, because that was a whole different experience that I got to experience.
Yes, and it's fun to talk to people like that.
Yes,
if you don't,
I love that.
And,
I love
and
it.
getting their input on what's going on in their world.
But learning from the experience, learning about yourself from the experience, because I know I've looked back and reflected and. Awareness is a wonderful thing, because you can make some changes, make some modifications. And I definitely have learning how to navigate this landscape.
Yeah.
I said, I got to stop. And now I got to stop highlighting when I say it. I have to stop and now I have to stop highlighting when I say it.
Yes.
But now I'm gonna put "but" instead. But the learning, though, learning from the experience, because you get better every time. If you learn, you have to learn your lesson.
Yeah.
Learning agility. If you don't have learning agility, then I don't know what to say. You're going to be in a fetal position, rocking back and forth.
Or just giving up.
Yes, and then mad with the world. But all those things are ways, are real life, real true to life ways to handle this, to handle the incompatibility.
Yes. Yes.
Everyone's not your cup of tea. You're
That's
not
right.
everyone. And also, I would say, thinking about the people that were not your cup of tea, think about that. Because I don't think, there was a time where I didn't think about that when, when someone's saying, oh, whatever, or a ghost, I never thought about when I'm ghosting and when I'm not vibing, Think about that, because it puts things, what we say, in perspective. Like you're making these decisions just like somebody else is.
Yeah.
So in some cases, you're them. You're the person sending you the text.
Yeah.
So put yourself in their shoes, because you've been in them. Literally, you've been in them. You've sent those texts. So that's just what happens.
Yeah,
that's this culture, and you have to either embrace the culture or you're going to struggle.
Yep.
You're going to struggle. But do all those good things, all those things.
Yeah. I think that about sums it up.
Yes, it does.
So go ahead and like our videos, subscribe.
Yes, you said like.
And subscribe.
Yes, definitely subscribe.
We are on Spotify. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I think that's it.
That's it.
YouTube? Did I say YouTube?
Yes, we always leave YouTube out.
Okay.
Yeah, YouTube.
Yes. And make sure you guys give us comments as well, because we love the feedback.
Yes, we do. And if there's any video that anything you would like for us to cover, we would be happy to do that as well.
Absolutely.
And if you would like for us to go live.
Yes.
And if we're on YouTube, if you would like for us to go live.
Or Instagram.
Or Instagram. We could go live on either one. I mean, we're trying to build up our, subscribership. And if you want us to go live, let us know, and we will.
Definitely. And don't forget to live,
laugh,
and connect.
And connect.
Can we do it? Oh,
yes.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.